In this video, we want to talk about slowing down to speed up. This is a very hard balance as a manager or a leader. And if you're in a scenario where you've done the role before and you've been promoted, you know how to do the role well. For a lot of people that I've seen, they get promoted because they were really great at the job. And what that means is now, as a manager or some sort of director or leader, your more than likely your compensation is tied upon the performance of your group. And so if you start to think about it, where you can do that job better than probably your employee, which sometimes is fine. Like, I don't always think it's the case. I don't always think that the person who's a manager is probably the best at the role, but oftentimes they're fairly good at not only that role, but many different things. One of the issues that I've seen and I've run into is you're always faced with this decision of you need things to happen fast. And you say, do I teach them how to do it and to do it well? Or do I do it for them, right? And I think you guys know where this is going, but this video is just more about like starting that conversation, because if you're a new manager and you haven't thought about it, it is something that you should definitely start to think about. When I talk about slowing down to speed up, if you spend the next month teaching them how to write the memo or to do the presentation or to do the Excel or whatever it is that you want them to do or you've been teaching them to do or to run this software, you can imagine that if you spend month one teaching them how to do it, then you have the next 11 months out of the year or for eternity where they're then now self-sustaining. If you are the backlog or the bottleneck to every decision and every use case, then your back will break, if they use that term. So it's something to think about when, always end of each day, end of each week, do an audit. Like, what are decisions or what are things that I could have taught them that maybe they shouldn't have come to you because they would have known how to do it? Or are there things that are depending on you for that's slowing you down? Like, you might think, oh, it's faster now, but in the long run, if you think about the amount of time that you will lose to having to do it for them, like, they will not learn and your time is best spent otherwise. So spend 3 to 4 weeks teaching them, and then for eternity, like, they're then equipped and then your time is freed up. I guess the question is, if you're doing an audit today, is like, how are some ways that you need to slow down in order to speed up in the next 6 months?